Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in Wetzlar for the Champions League preliminary round, day 2.
Hello, good morning, Vietnam.
So far it's been some crazy games. 6 out of 7 games have been decided by 7 or less points. So far, with all the stuff going on, I guess I have somehow an idea what might be possible and might not be possible for the teams participating so far. The first 2 games of today have been a win, the first win of Galatasaray Istanbul against Cantu. And the second game has been another win for Le Canet from France against Gran Canaria, which means, in my humble opinion and as far as I was calculating everything involved, that Galatasaray Istanbul has no chance at all right now to qualify for the Champions League quarterfinals, because in any situation where they end up in a 3-team decider, they have no chance to make the first place in that decider, so they got no chance for the first 2 places. And on the other hand, RSV Lahn Dill, which is going to be the opponent of Galatasaray in this game, because of Le Canet winning, Lahn Dill still has a chance to make it to the quarterfinals. But it's nevertheless anyhow easier than it used to be, because Lahn Dill needs 2 wins against Galatasaray and Le Canet, and they need Cantu to beat Gran Canaria to have a chance in a 3-team decider themselves to make it to the quarterfinals. So the only thing that's really for certain is that the winner out of Gran Canaria and Cantu is going to make it for sure. And then we really have to wait and see how all those games develop, who's finally going to be ending up gaining that second spot and going to Eurocup 1 and 2. For Galatasaray, they won their game against Cantu without Mateusz Filipski. As far as I'm informed, he had some trouble with his back. I don't know if he maybe fell over. Something happened, but now he's back on court, so we'll see how much playing time he's going to get, if he might have trouble with his injury or not. But so far he's warming up with the team and he's back on the court. So just to sum it up, Galatasaray, as I said, as far as I know, has no chance to make it to the quarterfinal for Champions League. RSV Lahn Dill desperately needs a win in this game to keep their chances alive. But they are also dependent on that game afterwards between Cantu and Gran Canaria to work in their favor. If Galatasaray wins that game, Lahn Dill for sure doesn't have a chance either to make it to the quarterfinal. And then we have to have a new look at the standings. What are the possibilities, and whoever is able to make it to the final round. Six minutes to go, starting off with the team introductions. Yeah, both teams really disappointing yesterday, losing both of their games, although it's been really close ones, overtime losses and losses by 2 and 5 points. So this group is really crazy and crazy close together, how strong the teams are. And even if you only got like 2 to 3 minutes of bad playing time, you might lose each game. Or if you got the amazing run in those 2 or 3 minutes, you even might win any game. So it's do or die for RSV Lahn Dill. And everybody of us, me included, are looking forward to what's happening, not only in this game but also in the following 2 games rounding out the day. Still waiting for live score for the starting 5s to show up, but I'm not really expecting anything special on the side of RSV Lahn Dill. It's probably going to be Tommy Böhme, Julian Lammering, Rose Hollerman, Matthias Günther, and Yannick Blair once again. Or maybe depending on yesterday's impression, we might see Quinten Zontinge for Julian Lammering, but we don't know. We'll probably find out in a couple of minutes. For Galatasaray Istanbul, it's going to be interesting whether Mateusz Filipski is able to start to play right away, or if they decide to take another starting five and maybe give Filipski the chance to rest a little more, to only play him if really needed. So maybe one thing for our live stream organized. Everything you can see and hear is by Yvonne Jekyll, Platform 3D. I myself am Kai Gerlach, having played for Lahn Dill like 15 years ago in the first division. So I'm just trying to give you some insight in what's happening on court, and probably a little bit of understanding what's going on court, why teams play the way they play, well, why they are successful, why they are not successful. So no matter what, if you're interested, just join like the Facebook page of RSV Lahn Dill, leave us a comment and tell us about what you want to hear, what you want to see on stream. So a little over 2 minutes to go. Lahn Dill yesterday was struggling with the speed of the teams they had to face. They were trying to establish some high starting, half-court defense. And that's where they got, especially in that second game against Gran Canaria, a couple of times run over by Alexis Ramonet or Sefa Gültekin. Yeah, that was the other one where they got run over, where some easy layups were made against them. It's going to be interesting to see whether they decide to establish that high standing defense again, or if they maybe go a little deeper down to 3-point line, or even a little lower inside the key to not get run over again. And offensively, especially Matthias Günther was struggling for like 60 out of 80 minutes yesterday to find into his rhythm, to find his game. He finally found his game in the second half against Gran Canaria. Probably wasn't as good as it used to be in the league, but he came back strong. So it's gonna be crucial for Lahn Dill to get him involved into the offense, into the game, to give Galatasaray something else than just like Tommy Böhme and Rose Hollerman shooting from distance. And it's going to be interesting to see, as I said yesterday, Galatasaray Istanbul has established kind of unique defense where they line up with three big guys down in the key, some kind of 3-2 zone defense, which is unusual for wheelchair basketball, where they really just close the key, don't let any good lanes for layups happen, or make it really, really hard for especially smaller players to make those layups, and where they just jump hard on everything, carrying the ball outside 3-point line or outside the key, where they use their small guys to, I'd like to say, terrorize the offense, not meaning it in a bad way, but really putting maximum pressure on everybody carrying the ball, not giving away easy shots, not giving away well-prepared shots. So really two different ideas of defense facing each other, and it's going to be interesting to see which idea is the successful one for today. Yeah, now I can see the starting fives, and for Lahn Dill it's as expected: Yannick Blair, Matthias Günther, Tommy Böhme, Julian Lammering and Rose Hollerman. For Galatasaray we got Ismail R, the veteran experienced low pointer, Enes Bulut, who had an amazing game this morning, Mujahid Günaydin, Burak Aygan and Lee Manning. So Mateusz Filipski taking his place on the bench first of all. And we have a jump ball between Matthias Günther and Lee Manning. Lahn Dill winning the jump. The first possession of today's game. Tommy Böhme getting fouled close to the end one. Going to the line for two. Great use of that half seal, half pick by Julian Lammering, but missing his first one. Scoring on the second one. And Galatasaray does what they usually do, they try to backpick the free throw shooter. Now they also got Yannick Blair, so it's maybe coming down to a 5-on-4. But Yannick Blair and Tommy Böhme fighting hard to get back on defense, and they are successful so far. Now it's Mujahid Günaydin in the key, getting that nice pass from Enes Bulut, but shot is no good. Rebound Yannick Blair. Now it's 2-on-1 for RSV Lahn Dill, but great sprint by Lee Manning. Missed shot by Rose Hollerman. Mujahid Günaydin looking for Lee Manning, missing that shot, tip to Ismail R. Enes Bulut looking for that pick and roll. Good rotation by RSV Lahn Dill, and Ismail R with a missed shot on that low point side. Another foul on Tommy Böhme by Ismail R. And now RSV Lahn Dill trying to backpit Ismail R. And a turnover. Pass is a little too short, and then Enes Bulut almost intercepts it. Matthias Günther wasn't sure if the ball is coming through, couldn't catch it. A nice pass to Ismail R, and one, getting the bonus shot. That's where he likes to be, getting some half open, a little contested layups. That's where he's strong in finishing everywhere around the basket. Ismail R missing the second shot. 2-1 for Galatasaray after like 1.5 minutes of play. And a ball knocked away by Lee Manning. And now it's a backcourt violation. Galatasaray with the next possession. Jump by Yannick Blair on Enes Bulut, no pick possible. Good work by the Australian. Mujahid Günaydin has to take that shot, difficult shot, and then the rebound by Matthias Günther. And the turnover by Matthias Günther. Passes a little too short. Enes Bulut with a steal. Mujahid Günaydin mismatch over Rose Hollerman, but shot is no good. Rebound Tommy Böhme. And now Lahn Dill needs to find their calm. Now they are safe over half court. Matthias Günther in the key, and first shot today is good. important for RSV Lahn and for Matthias Günther that he's finding his rhythm right away in today's game. Double screen for Enes Bulut. Good defensive work by RSV Lahn. Recovering anything Galatasaray has played so far. Time's running down for Galatasaray, and now it's Lee Manning having to take that shot. It's no good. Rebound, Tommy Burma. Now it's 2 back picks for RSV Lahn. Matthias Günther finding Rose Hollerman in middle distance. Shot is good. And then it's 5-2 RSV Lahn after 3 minutes 15. And now Galatasaray is gonna react and bring Mateusz Filipski. While we see a foul from Julian Lammering, trying to probably a smart foul, not trying to let that pick and roll happen. Lee Manning was on his way to the basket, and he decided to, as we say in basketball terms, burn one for the team. Do not let the easy basket happen. Mateusz Filipski. Good hands by Matthias Günther. Deflecting the pass to Ismail A. For completeness, Mujahid Günaydin has left the court. Enes Bulut. With the last second of the shot clock, shot is no good. Tommy Burma finding Rose Hollerman, and now RSV Lahn taking some speed away. Tommy Burma, 3-point shot on 3-point line, no good. Rebound Mateusz Filipski. So after 4 minutes, score is 5-2 RSV Lahn. A lot of missed shots, but also intense defense by both teams. Filipski, open in middle distance, that shot's good. Good passing on the offside. Tommy Burma at the basket, tough layup, no good. Rebound Ismail A. Pass was a little late, so he wasn't able to really catch and settle for that layup, and then it's Enes Bulut giving his team the lead. So it's 3-man press by Galatasaray Istanbul. Their goal is to stop the ball to maybe get an 8-second violation. Rose Hollerman for Julian Lammering. Mismatch from free throw line. Good shot by Julian Lammering. Important for him as well, because his games yesterday, he was struggling as well, and good for him to really find a rhythm early on. Enes Bulut. Galatasaray really establishing that double screen on right side. And it's Mateusz Filipski getting all the way through to the basket. Scoring to give his team the lead again. Almost intercepted by Lee Manning. Lahn is often pretty close to half court, not really with space to maneuver against the pressure. They should try to get a little deeper and then come back to receive that pass. Rose Hollerman, difficult shot. A lot of pressure by Lee Manning, but it's good nonetheless. Mateusz Filipski, now he's behind that double screen, jumper Rose Hollerman. Galatasaray looking to get that pass through, no good. And now it's Julian Lammering with that 1-0 layup. Some insecurity, tried to look for Matthias Günther, but he got fouled either way, so possession stays with RSV Lahn. It's a second personal foul against Enes Bulut, as far as I've seen, and we get Mujahid Günaydin back on court. Hollerman from middle distance. Next shot is good. Starting off like yesterday against Gran Canaria, where she scored like out of the first 20 points, she almost got everything for RSV Lahn Dill. Mateusz Filipski looking to get their defense extended. And it's mismatch. Lee Manning against Yannick Blair. No problem for the big British guy to score 2 points. Lahn Dill up 1, a little over 3 minutes to go. Now press break worked better. Here's Hollerman looking for Matthias Günther, Julian Lammering. In middle distance, next shot's good. Keeping his calm behind the screen of Yannick Blair, besides jumping Mateusz Filipski. And once again, the double screen established on the right offensive side. Filipski for 3. Oh, that ball is rolling around twice and then jumping out of the rim. Tough luck for the Polish center. Tommy Burmer finding Matthias Günther in the key. Next shot's good. And we see a timeout taken by Galatasaray Istanbul. With 2 minutes 17 to go in the first quarter. Lahn Dill is up. I guess it must be 15-10. There's one score missing. Yeah, there's one basket missing, probably because we are in the timeout. It's going to be set afterwards. Yeah, a little run by RSV Lahn Dill. Tough luck for Galatasaray. That 3-point shot by Filipski. It's really rolling around the basket, not finding its way in. But on the other hand, Lahn Dill is finding better offensive options today than yesterday. Of course, because of Matthias Günther being in the key a little more, getting those 2 shots he made. Julian Lammering being there for 2 shots. So their offense isn't that reliant on Rose Hollerman and Tommy Burmer shooting from outside today, which is helping a lot for any team if you're not one-dimensional in your offense. In Galatasaray, on the other hand, their double screen on that right side is a design play. They seem to know what they want to get from it, but Lahn Dill is really playing some good defense against it. Trying to jump whenever possible, trying to recover good, and Galatasaray really rarely had the chance to get that open shot close to the basket. They had to fight for any meter they were getting on court. Enes Bullard missing that shot, and rebound is in the hands of Galatasaray. Enes Bullard again, Ismail A. A lot of pressure. Enes Bullard for 3, has to take that 3, time running down, and then it's Tommy Burmer tipping the ball out of bounds, pressured by Lee Manning. So Galatasaray with another 14 seconds to get something on the scoreboard. But they, as you could see once again in that offense, they had to fight for any space on the court, running out of time. Good defensive effort by Lahn Dill. That was a good shot by Enes Bullard, a little too far left, a little too short. Rose Hollerman, Matthias Günther. And he's running hot today. Perfect from the floor, 3 of 3. Giving his colors a 7-point lead. Different appearance by Lahn Dill today than it used to be yesterday, where they lost those 2 games. Pretty tough, pretty close. But today they are more aggressive on defense. They're finding good options on offense, and they're hitting their shots on offense. That's always helping. Mujahid Güneydin, tough shot over Matthias Günther for 2. Ball is out of bounds. Once again, some tough pass for Tommy Burmer to receive. Another turnover by RSV Lahn Dill. Galatasaray with a chance to cut their deficit. Bulut aborting the attempt. Now it's jumped by Yannick Blair. Mucait Günaydin. Good recovery by Yannick Blair. And then it's foul against Matthias Günther. His second personal foul. 14 seconds left. And it's said to be a shooting foul, so Lee Manning going to the line for 2. First one's no good. Yeah, yesterday he's already been struggling, shooting pretty poorly from the line. Second one's good. 14 seconds left for RSV Lahn Dill. Get another good shot off. They are up by 4. Pass against the press. 7 seconds left for RSV Lahn Dill. Tommy Böhme, 3-point shot. No good. Rebound Mucait Günaydin, and the first quarter's over. RSV Lahn Dill leading 17-13 against Galatasaray Istanbul. We've seen some intense game, especially on defense. Both defensive lines trying to put as much pressure as possible on the other team. So far, with the better ending for RSV Lahn Dill, they were taking away a lot of stuff. Galatasaray tried to create. Oftentimes, they were reliant on somebody take that last second shot, and 2 or 3 of those found their way to the basket. And on offense, RSV Lahn Dill struggling against that 3-man press, full court press. A little having some turnovers out of it. Not the best passes, not the best setups to receive balls. So that's probably one main focus, to get the press break right, to have a little more breathing room on offense. Half a minute to go. Let's see if we see any substitutions. No switches for Galatasaray. And they got the first possession of that quarter. And also RSV Lahn Dill stays in the same lineup. Quarter break is over. First possession, Galatasaray Istanbul. Looking for 3, once again turning around. Another turnaround. Now looking for Mucait Günaydin. And then that ball is for Lee Manning. Yeah, and that's when he gets that close to the basket and he's got nobody big next to him. He's got to score with ease. First score of the quarter for Galatasaray Istanbul. Tommy Böhme looking for someone to pass to, getting that ball back, and then Rose Hollerman in middle distance. No good, but she gets her own rebound. Sequence for RSV Lahn Dill, going for Rose Hollerman again, and this time she scores. Bulut. It's taking some time, because anytime he's rolling into that 3 and not taking it, He has to curl around, taking another 2 to 3 seconds to roll into that 3. And RSV Dill just seems to put pressure on him, not jumping him completely most of the time. And so far he's missed that 3, so nothing. Yeah, nothing to change for RSV Dill. Tommy Burmer getting to the basket, missing that layup, but an offensive rebound by Julian Lammering. Tommy Burmer getting fouled close to that and 1 again. But no good, but he's going to the line for 2. Probably Zeda Denceso not really happy with the defensive effort of his team right now, giving away offensive rebounds, giving away some open looks. Tommy Burmer for 2. And we see a sub. It's going to be Mateusz Filipski back in for Enish Bulut. So we're probably going to see a one-on-one substitution, even playing-wise. It's going to be Filipski behind that screen. And it's Quinton Zontinge for Tommy Burmer. Yeah, behind that double screen, they line up that way to give Lahn Dill another look, and it's Rose Hollerman jumping right away. It seems like Filipski is that streaky shooter you don't wanna let run hot, so Lahn Dill is probably gonna jump right away on anything Filipski is trying to create as a shot. And as we see, Filipski is even able to hit those tough ones. But even with that one, time was running down once again. Once again, Galatasaray close to stealing the ball and that full court press and getting a turnover out of Lahn Dill. But this time the ball is just deflected. RSV Lahn Dill's possession stays. Julian Lammering. Shot from the key, no good. Rebound, Lee Manning. Good effort again by Lahn Dill, keeping that screen far outside. And now Mujahid Günerdin with that pick. So that was trouble for Lahn Dill on defense because Quinton Zontinge was picked out. Wasn't able to help on the offside, and on the offside was a 2-on-1 for Galatasaray, which ended up being a layup, a 1-0 layup after that pick seal. And because of a broken strap on Quinton Zontinge's chair, we see Tommy Burmer back. The score is 21-19 for RSV Lahn Dill. 3 minutes played in the second quarter. Game's still on the edge, almost as any game we've seen this weekend. Matthias Günther absolutely finding his rhythm today. 4 of 4 from the field. Huge production for RSV Lahn Dill today. Mateusz Filipski now having it pick set, and it's once again that baseline cut after that seal. Well executed by Galatasaray. Besides that final shot, Lahn Dill up 4 points with a chance to extend that lead. Tommy Burmer, no good, but Julian Lammering with that rebound. And now the ball is in Galatasaray's hands. Mateusz Filipski. And they don't get what they want out of that pick and roll down there. And Filipski holds the ball quite a lot, but then is halfway open at the free throw line, scoring for 2. That's a foul against Mujahid Günerdin. couldn't turn his chair completely, put his footrest against Tommy Burma. And we see a substitution. Ismail R leaving the court. And with number 90, it's Bukra Ergun with the first playing minutes. Tommy Burma, 4-3, no good. Rebound in the hands of Galatasaray. Filipski, mismatch shot, and it's good. And Galatasaray really needs Filipski to work those shots. Game is tight once again, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. After that sub, Galatasaray is going back on defense. Probably trying to establish some zone defense where they're taking away those shots from RSV Lahn Dill, which didn't work out in that press lineup. Tommy Burma now finding Matthias Günther. First miss of the day. A chance for Galatasaray to take that lead. Good D by Julian Lammering and Matthias Günther. One thing to recognize is Lee Manning seems to get really far below the basket. He's almost behind the backboard, and that's crazy to see because he's making shots for himself even harder because he has to lean inside defenders, has to lean in front of the backboard again. That's what's really coming to my eye so far. Ross Hollerman setting up, being jumped hard as well. Yannick Blair, 4 seconds left, and that ball is intercepted by Mujahid Junaidin. Now finding Filipski for that layup, and it's good. Lead change for the first time in a couple of minutes, or basically since the beginning of the game. Filipski sole-handedly putting Galatasaray Istanbul up again, having scored now 12 points off the bench, 6 for 7. And it's Quinton Zontinge coming back for Tommy Burma. I was maybe a little too early. Now game is tight. Goes Hollerman. Matthias Günther having 6 seconds left. Has to shoot that ball. Tough shot, no good. Rebound, Galatasaray Istanbul. Yeah, now the score has changed. Galatasaray up by 2. Lee Manning with a score from the edge of the key, and we see a timeout taken by Janet Seltinger. After a good start by RSV Lahn Dill, now Galatasaray somehow switched pace. They went away from their double screen right side on offense, and they took back that press lineup to go back to zone defense. And so far it's paying off. They're forcing Lahn Dill to take tougher shots. Lahn Dill is missing shots, and they were now getting good looks out of fast breaks. Three minutes 21 to go in the first half. Galatasaray now up 27-23. And yeah, once again we can see that one of the game changers in that game is for sure Mateusz Filipski, who has scored 12 points in barely 9 minutes of playing time. He's just really, really important on any offense he's playing on. Like he used to be 20 years ago for Zwickau in the German league, together with Piotr Luszyński, or on the Polish national team. He's just that kind of instant offense. Matthias Günther staying in the middle of the key on offense. Hollerman looking for Quinton Santinge, Matthias Günther. No good options so far. Good pressure by Galatasaray Istanbul. And now there's a pick and roll. Julian Lammering intimidated by Lee Manning, missing that shot. Galatasaray with a chance to extend their lead. Chad Günerdin being brought to the basket. Julian Lammering trying to not to take that contact, to somehow interfere with the offense player. But nevertheless, Mujahid Günerdin just scoring. 6-point lead for Galatasaray Istanbul. Rose Hollerman for 3, no good. Another chance for Galatasaray Istanbul. And for RSV Lahn, Julian Lammering going off the court, and Marek Wiesolowski with his first minute of the game. Ismaila for Mujahid Günerdin once again. Shot from outside the arc, and it's good. Two minutes to go in the second quarter. Good run by Galatasaray Istanbul, giving them a lead probably for halftime already. And Dill with a look to cut that deficit right before halftime. Next missed shot by Rose Hollerman, but the offensive rebound for Marek Wiesolowski. Quinton Santinge finding Rose Hollerman. Shot is blocked, and then it's Galatasaray ball 2-on-1. Lee Manning and Mateusz Filipski. And Filipski off his left hand missing. Ball is tipped away by Filipski. Set by the referee, so RSV Lahn with a little luck in that situation, getting the ball back. Now switching up, putting Rose Hollerman on middle, giving Matthias Günther that mismatch opportunity. Good switch by Galatasaray. Santinge from outside, no good. RSV Lahn once again falling apart right now, not finding solutions on offense and being run over on defense in the last couple of minutes. Filipski finding Lee Manning, fouled by Rose Hollerman, and Lee Manning is just pissed by himself because he had that open layup. He got pushed from behind. He knows he should have made that shot and got that bonus shot. So now he's going to the line for 2. And we got almost 45 seconds remaining after that. First one's good. Pretty flat shooting curve by Lee Manning. Getting a little luck of the shooter to get that double touch on the rim. Second one's better. Extending Galatasaray's lead to double digits, 10-point lead. RSV Lahn really now desperately looking to get a score. And all of what's happening right now is happening a little by chance, but then it's finally Matthias Günther ending that drought and bringing them back on the scoreboard. Last chance for Galatasaray in the first half to get a score on board. Filipski looking for that 3, not taking it. Taking some time off the clock. 6 seconds left. Now has to take that shot. Filipski middle distance. Shot is no good. Matthias Günther collecting that rebound. Securing the ball, and we have a halftime score of 33-25 for Galatasaray Istanbul. RSV Lahn with a lot of work to do once again. After a good start into the game, in the last 4 to 5 minutes, almost not scoring at all. So stay with us. As said before the game, RSV Lahn with their last chance to make it to the quarterfinals. Galatasaray is already out. They have no chance left to make it to the quarterfinals, but they're giving RSV Lahn a hard time to achieve that goal by themselves. So stay with us, we'll be back for the second half with some stats of the first half.
mein höchstfinale Erfolg. Beenden meine Karriere als internationaler und auch deutscher Trainer. Vielen Dank.
Entscheiden Sie sich heute für den Testsieger der Stiftung Warentest. Denn jede Entscheidung für eine Wärmepumpe ist auch eine für den Klimaschutz. Für die Zukunft des blauen Planeten. Voderos. Heizsysteme mit Zukunft.
Die Firma Groß steht für begeisterte Kunden. Wir möchten gemeinsam mit unseren Kunden die Projekte und Aufgaben mit viel Freude lösen und dafür sorgen, dass alles schnell und unkompliziert gut funktioniert.
Wir bauen alle Fahrzeuge um, ob groß oder klein, ob es ein Smart oder ein Sprinter ist. Wir versuchen dem Kunden alles möglich zu machen.
Und? Was hast du am Wochenende gemacht?
Nichts Besonderes.
Ach komm.
Nein, das war cool.
Wärst du hautnah dabei. RVS Radio. Jeden Wochentag live ab 7 Uhr.
Entscheiden Sie sich heute für den Testsieger der Stiftung Warentest. Denn jede Entscheidung für eine Wärmepumpe ist auch eine für den Klimaschutz. Für die Zukunft des blauen Planeten. Boderos. Heizsysteme mit Zukunft. Entscheiden Sie sich heute für den Testsieger der Stiftung Warentest. Denn jede Entscheidung für eine Wärmepumpe ist auch eine für den Klimaschutz. Für die Zukunft des blauen Planeten. Boderos. Heizsysteme mit Zukunft.
Die Firma Groß steht für begeisterte Kunden. Wir möchten gemeinsam mit unseren Kunden die Projekte und Aufgaben
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here in Wetzlar, August Bebel Gym. For game 3 of today's preliminary round for Champions League, RVS and Dill against Galatasaray Istanbul. Halftime score is 33-25 for Galatasaray Istanbul. And as mentioned, it's a do-or-die game for RVS and Dill because of the win of Hornets Le Canet against Gran Canaria. RVS and Dill still with a small chance to make it to the quarterfinals, and Galatasaray is already out as far as my calculations are somehow right. A lot of stuff to look through, but so far I really think Galatasaray has no chance to make it any further in Champions League, only maybe for Euro Cup 1 or 2. Yeah, so it's been a tight game for like 15 minutes, and then Galatasaray switched their tactic on especially on defense. They were going back from a full court press where they forced some turnovers out of RVS and Dill, but overall they gave up good shots for RVS and Dill where they were scoring pretty well. And then they went back to a zone defense, to their zone defense where they are jumping basically anything. And that was successful for their side. RVS and Dill wasn't fast enough to play pick and roll, wasn't finding that many good open spots, and they barely scored in those 5 minutes. And on the other hand, as it happens, if you play good defense, the opponent is missing, you don't have to inbound the ball. You're gaining those 2 to 3 seconds where you don't have to inbound the ball, where you can play faster. And they really used it. Out of their rebounds, they got a couple of fast break points. They got a couple of points out of just playing faster, having some more space on the court where they had mismatch shots for Filipski or Lee Manning. And that's where they gained that lead in that last 5 minutes of play in the first half. So it's really going to be interesting to see whether RVS and Dill has some ideas how to play against that kind of defense, or if maybe Galatasaray purposely now switches up defense again, going back to a press defense where Dill might have to think about that zone defense. Yeah, we'll see how those first minutes in the second half gonna pin out, and I think it's really, really, really important minutes for RVS and Dill, especially with their chance, or keeping their chance alive to make it to the quarterfinals later this year. So both teams with the last instructions. Let's have a look at the top score. So far it's Matthias Günther with 10 points for RVS and Dill, shooting 71%, collecting 7 rebounds as well. Rose Hollerman with 8 points, RVS and Dill shooting 40% from the field, 18 rebounds, 9 assists. For Galatasaray, as said, it's Mateusz Filipski with 12 points in those 12 minutes, shooting 60%. And Lee Manning and Mujahid Günaydin with 9 and 8 points. So starting off the second half with a possession for RVS and Dill, with a regular starting 5 once again. Tommy Böhmer and Matthias Günther trying to create on that power side. And a nice pass from Rose Hollerman to Yannick Blair, who hits a tough shot against Lee Manning. Yannick Blair, one of those low pointers who has all the variations in his layups, in his scoring ability, even against bigger guys. One of the best we are having in wheelchair basketball. Filipski sitting behind that double screen. Pressure by Matthias Günther, shot is no good, rebound Julian Lammering. And again, it's Yannick Blair, found by Julian Lammering, and this time shot's no good. Huge pressure by Filipski and Manning. And the low pointer almost making a shot again. And the steal by Yannick Blair, I wanted to say, and now it's in the hands of Matthias Günther, finding Tommy Böhme for that 1-0 layup. Shot is no good, missing that layup. Nothing working out for Tommy Böhme today. So RSV Lahn Dill in all of the games struggling with some of their most big offensive weapons, not scoring at all or finding that game pretty late. Important situation for Lahn Dill. And then it's Mujahid Junaidi making that shot from outside. So instead of getting closer, it's now 8 points again. The deficit RSV Lahn Dill is facing. Tommy Böhme. Next missed shot. 0 for 8 right now. Matthias Günther trying to somehow play in between, but then he's a little too far away to challenge Mateusz Filipski, who extends Galatasaray's lead to 10 points. Rose Hollerman almost fumbling that ball, keeping it alive. Julian Lammering for Tommy Böhme. His 9th shot finally is good for RSV Lahn Dill. Mateusz Filipski has to reset because Lee Manning is still inside the key. Mujahid Junaidi with the next make from outside. Rose Hollerman finding Julian Lammering. Ball is deflected. The pass is going out of bounds a little too far for Rose Hollerman. Possession for Galatasaray Istanbul. So short interruption. Game clock has to be reset like 3 seconds, as far as I could understand the referee. And now Galatasaray switching to that power side with Lee Manning, Mateusz Filipski, and then Mujahid Junaidi from outside. And they're not boxing out at all, and Mateusz Filipski with the easy 2-point shot. 6 minutes 20 to go in the third quarter. It's a 41-29 lead for Galatasaray Istanbul. Doing their best to end that tournament as positive as possible, to have a chance to at least gain a spot for Euro Cup 1. Tommy Böhme, mismatch shot. It's good. Once again, Mujahid Junaidi and Mateusz Filipski as those shooters behind the screens. Ismail A. Now finding Junaidi again. Good ball movement by Galatasaray, but also good pressure now by Lahn Dill. And in the end, it's a 24-second violation. Ball didn't hit the rim. Burak Aygan dissatisfied by himself. And the next substitution for RSV Lahn Dill, it's going to be Marek Wesolowski and Max Ramos coming in. And it's Yannick Blair and Ross Hollerman being subbed out. Trying to find Tommy Böhmer again. Tommy Böhmer with a tough shot. No good. Rebound Galatasaray Istanbul. Now Filipski and Mujahid Günerdin switching sides. Ismail R from free throw line. It's good. So what you can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, is especially once you're up by like 10 points, sometimes shots are getting easier, game is getting easier, and Galatasaray Istanbul is just hitting those shots, just running good right now. It's a 12-point lead. Good switch there on defense to give Matthias Günther a hard time, and then it's Marek Wesolowski. Shot is no good. Mujahid Günerdin with that rebound. 4:15 to go, it's 43-31 for Galatasaray Istanbul. RSV Lahn Dill still trying to find a way to get back into that game. Tough shot by Ismail R, really well executed. Marek Wesolowski. Tommy Böhmer had that mismatch for like a second, and then good switch by Mateusz Filipski. One thing we've seen from RSV Lahn Dill in those league games, where they try to switch those mismatches back when the pass is on its way. Great execution by Galatasaray Istanbul as well. Mujahid Günerdin missing the dribble, almost had that layup, and I couldn't see it properly, but maybe he dribbled a little on his chair, and ball just bounced out of bounds. That's Matthias Günther, free throw line, no good. Filipski taking that three-pointer, making that three-pointer, contested shot by his Polish teammate of the Polish national team, Marek Wesolowski. Tommy Böhmer trying to answer, shot is no good. Lee Manning collecting the rebound. And it's once again, right now, RSV Lahn Dill falling apart, being down 17 points. No real idea on offense what to create, or being able to create anything clear as they used to in the first 15 minutes. And on the other hand, Galatasaray Istanbul now having an absolute blast of a run. Completely destroying RSV Lahn Dill right now. It's 50-31 with close to 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Probably going to be an unsolvable task so far for RSV Lahn Dill, because it doesn't seem like they're finding solutions against that zone defense of Galatasaray Istanbul. Shots are really contested, no open shots created, and that's hurting them the most, because as I said at halftime, if you're missing shots, you're losing 2 to 3 seconds at least to get back on defense, because the opposing team doesn't have to inbound the ball. And Galatasaray is doing that really well. They're pushing down the court, bringing the ball up the court. And it's less time for RSV Lahn Dill after misses to regroup, to sort their defense out. And Galatasaray really executes well to use the available space and the time they got. There we are, timeout's over. Possession for RSV Lahn Dill. Trying to set the pick on the middle. Recovery by Lee Manning. Tommy Burma. Middle distance shot is good. One of the few successful shots right now. And as you can see, now Lahn Dill was able to regroup on defense, being back with 5 players, setting up their defense well after that made shot. So sometimes you say defense leads to offense, but it's also the other way around. Offense can lead to better defense. Jump ball situation after that miss an offensive rebound by Ismail A. I could say the other layup he made was tougher than that one, but I don't want to be picky because he's executing that well on those contested layups. Now free throw line shot, yeah, and he's also executing really well on those shots. He's not the one being on left or right side on offense play, shooting those 45-degree shots. He's more or less at layup or free throw line shooter. Julian Lammer outside, middle distance, no good. Mateusz Filipski collecting the rebound. Finding Lee Manning, Shahid Unaidin. A rare miss of him so far. 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tommy Burma off the rolling. No good. It's 15 seconds for Galatasaray Istanbul and the ball is stolen away. So already the last offense for RSV Lahn Dill. Matthias Günther, 4-3, no good. It's out of bounds. 3.9 seconds to go for Galatasaray. They are up 19 points. Maybe with the last chance to, I'd say, finally break RSV Lahn Dill in that game. Doing nothing crazy. Shot is too late. End of the third quarter. It's Galatasaray leading 52-33 against RSV Lahn Dill. Second and third quarter are kind of a disaster for RSV Lahn Dill. Lost 8-20 and 8-19. So it's, I'd say once again, it's maybe more than ever this weekend, mission impossible to come back with a 19-point deficit, and how the game went so far. And as said, Mateusz Filipski, having played 23 minutes, scored 19 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. So he's a game changer for Galatasaray today. While being injured and probably not at 100%, he's still performing hell out of that game. RSV Lahn Dill back with that starting 5, bringing back Yannick Blair and Rose Hollerman. And it's first possession for RSV Lahn Dill. Still 5 seconds to go on that quarter break. But here we are. Final quarter of that game. RSV Lahn Dill down 19. Pick and roll between Tommy Böhme and Julian Lammering. And now Tommy Böhme hitting that middle distance shot, almost a 3-point shot. Galatasaray once again playing that power side of Filipski and Lee Manning, having Mujahid Günaydin on the offside. And we got an offensive foul against Mujahid Günaydin. So the first successful offense and first successful defense, first successful stop for RSV Lahn Dill. Probably the start they wanted, and one keeping their small chance in that game alive. Rose Hollerman, 4-3, no good. But it's Yannick Blair collecting that long rebound. And it's Rose Hollerman at the basket. So far, RSV Lahn Dill doing whatever is possible in that last quarter to keep those dreams alive. Now Filipski and Manning on the other side. Lee Manning, tough layup, collects his rebound. Once again misses. Matthias Günther with that rebound. 2 successful offense plays, 2 successful defense plays for RSV Lahn Dill. Still 15 points difference, 8.5 minutes to go. Let's see whether that game is gonna be any tight again, or whether Galatasaray can bounce back, can find their rhythm again in the next few minutes. Tommy Böhme, fadeaway shot, no good. Mateusz Filipski with that rebound. Filipski missing. There's Matthias Günther pushing that ball to front court. Julian Lammering, mismatch shot off the backboard, no good. Mujahid Günaydin with a rebound. Ball movement by Galatasaray. But so far they, after 2.5 minutes, they weren't able to hit one shot. Tommy Böhme for 3, no good. And that ball was deflected by Mateusz Filipski, so it's going to be an inbound for RSV Lahn Dill. Yeah, it's going to be a reset to 14 seconds. Tommy Böhme, nice pass to Yannick Blair, and he gets blocked by Lee Manning. Help from that middle with his long arms, reaching over Yannick Blair. And it's Matthias Günther taking that fadeaway shot, scoring off that fadeaway shot with the shot clock running down. RSV Lahn Dill back at 13 points deficit, brought it down from 19-point deficit. Game is getting a little tighter right now. But then it's Ismail A finally scoring for Galatasaray Istanbul. Tommy Böhme for 3, no good. Mateusz Filipski collecting another rebound. On his way to probably a triple-double right now. Şahit Günaydin. Middle distance shot, no good. Rebound, Matthias Günther. Julian Lammering blocked. But the ball stays with RSV Lahn Dill. Matthias Günther, 4-3. No good. Mateusz Filipski with another rebound. Seems like a magnet right now. Anywhere he's on court, he's collecting the rebound. And a good move by him, avoiding half-court line and the out-of-bounds line, bringing that ball completely up to the key and then scoring himself. Great effort by Mateusz Filipski. Ross Hollerman, 4-3. Now it's looking like already desperation shooting by RSV Lahn Dill. Of course, they need a couple of points. 5 minutes to go. They are down 17. But overall, the shooting so far is not successful. Threes don't go in. So maybe it's still like 1 or 2 minutes time to look for good opportunities in a 2-point range, to get some pick and rolls going, to get those layups going. Again, good ball movement by Galatasaray Istanbul. Now time running down, 4 seconds left. Hesitation by Filipski and then nothing but net. And to put into perspective, Filipski is one of those shooters who can also shoot threes stationary, who likes rolling into shots, but who doesn't necessarily has to roll into shots. And that's one advantage. If he was standing still, Ross Hollerman was flying by, and he didn't have to get any momentum to take that shot. He could just stay there and shoot. And that's one huge advantage in wheelchair basketball. If you don't have to rely on rolling into shots, if you can shoot stationary, you're having advantages to get shots off quicker. Tommy Berman, next 3-point attempt, no good. Yannick Blair with the attempt to deflect that ball to one of his teammates. Wasn't successful. And Galatasaray having to work on half court, but now they finally freed themselves. Filipski off the roll, no good. Tommy Berman collecting that rebound. Quick shot, no good. Yannick Blair rebounding, and it's stolen by Lee Manning. And it's, once again, almost stolen by Tommy Böhmer. The arrow right here at the table is pointing towards Galatasaray, so it's their ball. 3 minutes 35 to go, 58-39 for Galatasaray Istanbul. I don't think we're going to see a miracle today. RSV Lahn Dill doesn't seem to get that run, to find that rhythm, to cut that deficit any significant amount. So for Galatasaray Istanbul, it means they did what they could do today after 2 losses yesterday. They're going to win 2 today. For RSV Lahn Dill, it's going to be that it's even going to be not even a Euro Cup 2 qualification, because there's where Ross Hollerman are finally hitting a 3. Because they can at most get 1 win, and so far all the other teams at least have 2 wins. So it's going to be no further Euro Cup for RSV Lahn Dill. And the other 4 teams battling it out, who's going to go to quarterfinals, Euro Cup 1 and 2. Other second chance, and then it's stolen by Matthias Günther. Long pass for Julian Lammering. And it's short, missing that open layup. Even in the last minutes, you already could see he's didn't have the confidence in all his movements, and it really shows in that layup once again. Minutes to go. Rose Hollerman for 3. Another successful 3. But in the end, it's not going to be more than some correction in the end result. Those 3s falling too late for RSV Lahn Dill, putting them 0 for 3 in the tournament. And as said, putting them definitely on 5th place for that tournament, because all the other teams got 2 wins after that one, and Lahn Dill is still at 0. High arcing shot by Mujahid Junaideen. Nothing but net. Rose Hollerman. Now attacked by 2 Galatasaray players at once. Tommy Böhmer with that 3, no good. And that ball is going to be out of bounds. Galatasaray ball. 1 minute 8 to go. So the last quarter right now is one for RSV Lahn Dill so far. It's just 2-point difference, but quarters 2 and 3 have been the neck breaker for RSV Lahn Dill and the game winner for Galatasaray. That basket counts, and it's a foul call against number 15, Rose Hollerman, putting Lee Manning on the line for a bonus shot. Some need to talk for Janet Zeltinger with the referee. Probably now. I want to say now looking for a technical foul, but staying back behind that coaching line, and now it's Lee Manning for his bonus shot. That one's good, bouncing crazily around the rim. 45 seconds to go. Galatasaray Istanbul up 20 points. Rose Hollerman for 3. An air ball. Ball is out of bounds. Mateusz Filipski. Inbound pass, and he's right now at 23 points, 10 rebounds and 8 assists. It's probably not going to be a triple-double, but he's pretty close to it. But having to sit out this morning because of some back injury, as far as I was told. He's showing an amazing performance today. Tommy Böhmer with that steal, 15 seconds to go. Taking another 3, it's not going in. But the second shot is going in, and you can see he's disappointed. Nothing more to say, 8 seconds to go. Lee Manning is just taking that ball, getting it over half, dribbling it out. So right now we are having Galatasaray Istanbul, Hornets Lekane, Briantea Cantu and Iconi Gran Canaria at 2 wins each. But overall it means Galatasaray Istanbul and RSV Lahn Dill, the 2 teams having played here, are now finally out of Champions Cup quarterfinals. RSV Lahn Dill is completely out of Euro Cup this year. They will finish last in that group. Galatasaray Istanbul still with a chance to make it to Euro Cup 1, but they are now dependent on the other 2 games following up. Before we are out and back for the next game, one last look at the stats. For Galatasaray Istanbul, as said, it's Mateusz Filipski, 23 points, 57% from the field, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Behind him, Mujahid Günaydin, amazing second half, shooting 50% for 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. And then it's 12 each for Ismail R and Lee Manning. Overall, 52% as a team, 38 rebounds, 21 assists. For RSV Lahn Dill, it's Rose Hollerman with 16, Tommy Böhme with 13, but just shooting 20% on his side. Matthias Günther with 12, as a team shooting 33%, really poorly offensive. 30 rebounds, 16 assists. Yeah, so not that much to say, even statistically. Galatasaray Istanbul, especially in shooting percentage, dominated that game. So once again, stay with us. 2 games to go to see who finally makes it to quarterfinals, Euro Cup 1 and Euro Cup 2.
Entscheiden Sie sich heute für den Testsieger der Stiftung Warentest. Denn jede Entscheidung für eine Wärmepumpe ist auch eine für den Klimaschutz. Für die Zukunft des blauen Planeten. Voderos. Heizsysteme mit Zukunft.
Die Firma Groß steht für begeisterte Kunden. Wir möchten gemeinsam mit unseren Kunden die Projekte und Aufgaben mit viel Freude lösen und dafür sorgen, dass alles schnell und unkompliziert gut funktioniert.
Wir bauen alle Fahrzeuge um, ob groß oder klein, ob es ein Smart oder ein Sprinter ist. Wir versuchen dem Kunden alles möglich zu machen.
Und? Was hast du am Wochenende gemacht?
Nichts Besonderes.
Ach komm.
Nein, das war cool.
Wärst du hautnah dabei. RVS Radio. Jeden Wochentag live ab 7 Uhr.
Entscheiden Sie sich heute für